It looks like Dogecoin broke the resistance here at .204 last night. I was watching this uptrend right here. We had support, support, support. We broke that going to the downside. I was kind of curious if we were going to get a little correction and come back down to the 38% level Fibonacci retracement. But we got support on this trend line that we had been watching. We had support, 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 giving me a trend line going to the upside, and we hadn't broken yet. We were just testing it. I thought we were going to break it, and that's why it's actually better to not make moves until we actually break the trend line. But I wanted to get a better profit, so from here to here would have been better than from here to here. And someone asked me for a percentage of profits that I took yesterday, or whenever it was, and it was about 5.5% approximately. I probably took profits when it broke this trend line somewhere around here, which is about 5.5%. But if I would have stayed in there, then this position would be now worth about 9.5%. So yeah, that's kind of, if I would have just waited for this trend line to break, it would have probably been a better strategy. But I was kind of trying to get in and see if I can get better positions. And right now I still have a limit order set at .18859, and then this bottom down here at .16916. Like I said, we still haven't broken this trend line, so it's possible we keep heading up. And the next possible positions that I would be looking at are the previous tops. This one and this one over here. And this first one is sitting around .2218 or .222, somewhere around there. And then this one is sitting at around .227. So those are some possible next targets that we could be looking at. I don't really see any clear patterns right now except for this. Actually, let me go ahead and clear off some of these horizontal lines real quick, just so we can get a better view on this chart, because there is this sorry, that one can stay. We have this top. Let's actually go to the 4-hour time frame. We have resistance right here and resistance right here. Let's go ahead and draw a trend line. Let's see, right here, go ahead and draw that to the downside. I think this is resistance. Let me hide that one too. Okay. So if we could break this, right now it looks like we're testing it. And I think if we could break it, then that's going to be a good sign for Dogecoin. I mean, it's in like a 4-hour time frame. It's like a bigger time frame. So it looks like we're kind of in a spot where resistance is meeting support. Let's see if we break to the upside or to the downside. And I think if we could break pretty much the area that we're at right now, let's actually see the exact number that we're looking at on this triangle, or whatever you want to call it. It's around .20751 in my opinion. So yeah, let's see if we could break out of that. I guess you could actually drag this a little bit higher, and it could be a little bit higher than that, maybe 21076 approximately. Yeah, so I think that's the next thing that I'm looking at, is this resistance and this resistance. Can we break out of this? I think the other thing that I wanted to show you real quick is the total market cap. This is actually looking pretty good as well. Let's go ahead and zoom out. Let's go to the daily time frame. And we had resistance right here and resistance right here, giving me this downtrend. We broke that going to the upside. And like I said in Dogecoin, now I'm looking at the previous tops. Can we break these previous tops right here? It looks like we're testing this one right now. If we can break out of that, then the next possible resistance could be here. And yeah, and then if we could break out of this top, then that's even a better sign. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. And then also, if you look at this, it kind of looks like a big, huge bull flag, bull pennant, something. I don't know. It's not really perfect. Something like that. And if you drag, I mean, you could kind of, anytime there's like a big, huge run and then there's consolidation, that's kind of, I mean, that's kind of a signal that it might be a bull flag or bull pennant. And this is like a conservative flag, something like that, going to around, this is the total crypto market cap, so all the money in crypto, 3.4 trillion. And then if you wanted to, like, you could also argue that maybe from down here to down here, just a continuation of something like that, which would take us up to 3.7 trillion. Basically, if this chart's going up, it's just good for crypto, all of crypto. So yeah, this, in my opinion, this breaking this resistance right here is just good for crypto in general. And let's see if we can continue this momentum, break these previous tops, and then go to the upside. And yeah, halvings happening soon. And then one more thing is, I talked about the 9 moving average yesterday on the daily time frame. Let's go ahead and delete some of this stuff. We actually just delete it all. And so we have this 9 moving average going like this, and when we're on top of it, then we can get support on it, and then when we break below it, then it's possible that we're getting resistance on it. We were below it for here, and we broke above it yesterday, and I was saying if we can close this candle and then get another candle pushing to the upside, that's going to be a good signal. That's, when we break above it, then we're getting support on it, broke above it, support on it, and then when we start testing it and break below it, then we start going to the downside, upside. So yeah, this is a really good signal, especially when it's on the daily time frame and we're breaking that right there. So I think 4 hour, same thing, bouncing on the 4 hour one, and then let's see what's on the 1 hour. The 1 hour is kind of going in and out, but these bigger ones are more important to pay attention to, in my opinion. Let's see if we can continue to stay on this 9 moving average. It's actually sitting right around 0.19230. So if it goes down to there, we're still good. I mean, it's probably going to go a little bit higher since we're heading higher, but yeah, I mean, it's possible that we come down and get support on it still, or that's where we start finding support on, if we happen to start coming down a little bit. But yeah, those are the things that I'm looking at, and I'm really wondering if we can break this top right here. Let's go ahead and do this. Looks like we're testing it right now. So yeah, we'll check back this evening and see what happened. All right, if you guys liked the video, hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.